Hello everyone, ମୁଁ Sidhant. Welcome to this channel. Previous video रे आमे माने backward difference interpolation part टी discussion करथिले. आजि आमे माने forward difference interpolation part टी discussion करिबा. Consider a real valued function f of a real variable x. The forward difference operator is denoted by delta and it is defined as del f of x. That is equals to f of x plus h minus f of x, where h is step length which is constant. Then zeroth order forward difference of f of x, that is del 0 f of x is equals to f of x. Let us consider x0, x1, x2 up to xn are equispaced points. Then del f of x1 is equals to f of x1 plus h minus f of x1, that is equals to f of x2 minus f of x1, that is f2 minus f1. Then similarly del f of x2 is equals to f of x2 plus h minus f of x2, that is f3 minus f2. Then similarly del f of x3, that is f4 minus f3. Now del square f of x is equals to del of del f of x, that is del of f of x plus h minus f of x, that is del f of x plus h minus del f of x. So del square f of x1 is equals to del f of x2 minus del f of x1. Similarly delta square f of x2 is equals to delta f3 minus delta f2. Next देखिबा relation between forward and backward operation. In backward operation nepla f of xn is equals to f of xn minus f of xn minus h. एकदम में equation number 1. Then in forward operation delta f of xn minus h is equals to f of xn minus h plus h minus f of xn minus h, that is equals to f of xn minus f of xn minus h. एकदम में equation number 2. So from equation 1 and 2, delta f of xn minus h is equals to nepla f of xn. So that is delta fn minus 1 is equals to nepla fn. Next discussion करिबा forward difference table. Backward difference table परी हमर forward difference table टा हमें similarly सही परिका हबो. Okay, first दुईटा कॉलम नबा x column and f of x column. Then हमें 4 डिग्री पाई x0 रु x4 जाए लिखिबा and f0 रु f4 जाए लिखले. जेहेतु एटा हमर डिग्री 4 तो हमर नेक्स्ट एपटे चारटा कॉलम हबो, that is delta f of x, del square f of x, del cube f of x and del to the power of 4 f of x. Okay, first हमें delta f of x column टी करिबा. First find out करिबा delta f0, that is f1 minus f0. Next delta f1, that is f2 minus f1. Similarly delta f2 is equals to f3 minus f2 and delta f3 is equals to f4 minus f3. Even next देखिबा delta square f of x column. एठी हमें first find out करिबा delta square f0, that is del f1 minus del f0. Next delta square f1, that is del f2 minus del f1. Similarly del square f2 is equals to del f3 minus del f2. Next हमें del q f of x column t find out करिबा. एथरे first find out करिबा del q f0, that is del square f1 minus del square f0. Similarly del q f1 is equals to del square f2 minus del square f1. Next हमें delta to the power of 4 f of x column find out करिबा. Then that is del to the power of 4 f0 is equals to del q f1 minus del q f0. এটা হচ্ছে আমরা টোটাল ফরওয়ার্ড ডিফরেন্স টেবল। ওকে, এবে यार आमे फॉर्मूलाटी देखिबा। The Newton's forward interpolation formula for degree n, that is pnx, is equals to f of x0 plus delta f of x0 divided by 1 factorial into h into x minus x0 plus del square f of x0 divided by 2 factorial h square into x minus x0 into x minus x1 plus del q f of x0 divided by 3 factorial hq into x minus x0 into x minus x1 into x minus x2 plus up to plus delta to the power of n f of x0 divided by n factorial h to the power of n into x minus x0 into x minus x1 into up to x minus xn minus 1. ओके, एटा होची फॉर्मूला फॉर डिग्री n। याकु नै कि एबे आमे गोटे एग्जांपल टे सॉल्व करिबा। এই কোশ্চেনটাকে এবে আমি সলভ করে দেবা। এটি দিয়েছে f of x is equals to e to the power of 0.02 and দুইটি রোরে দিয়ে দিয়েছে x র ভ্যালু and e to the power of x র ভ্যালু গুড়িক। ওকে, এবে আমি সলভ করিবা। ফার্স্ট অফ অল আমি চেক করিবা এটা ডিগ্রি কোণ। ওকে, x0 x1 x2 x3 x4 এটা হচ্ছে ডিগ্রি 4। then difference between the x, that is 0.1, এর difference হচ্ছে সবটি 0.1। here h is equals to 0.1 and x is equals to 0.02। फॉरवर्ड डिफरेंस टेबल आमे फास्ट दुईटी कलम क्वेश्चन रु देखिना लिखिदेले। ओके, जेहेतु आमरा एठी डिग्री 4 आमे एठी 4टी कलम करिबा। 4टी कलम करदेले। ओके, फास्ट देखिबा del f0, that is f1 minus f0, then del f1, that is f2 minus f1. Similarly, delta f2 is equals to 0.1285 and delta f3 is equals to 0.1419. next देखिबा del square f table। first find out करिबा del square f0, that is del f1 minus del f0, that is equals to 0.011. then similarly del square f1, that is 0.0123 and del square f2, that is 0.0134. next देखिबा del q f column। first del q f0, that is del square f1 minus del square f0, that is equals to 0.0013. next del q f1, that is del square f2 minus del square f1, that is 0.0011. final column देखिबा del to the power of 4f, that is del to the power of 4 f0, that is del q f1 minus del q f0 is equals to minus 0.0002। ओके, एबे हमरो फॉरवर्ड टेबलटा कंप्लीट हैला। एबे हमें आंसर फाइंड आउट करिबा। so by using forward difference interpolating formula for degree 4, that is p4x। ओके, एटा होची फॉर्मूला। so एठी हमरो वैल्यू गुडी को पुट कला परे e to the power 0.02 is equals to f of 0.02, that is p4 0.02 is equals to 0.999109112। এটা হচ্ছে इंटरपोलेशन वैल्यू। एतिकी होचे हमरो आंसर। सो आजिर वीडियो रे जदि कहार किछि डाउट्स थाए देन कमेंट माध्यम रे जणाइबे। थैंक यू।